challenge that. Jesus is not real. I don't care. Jesus never existed.
Let the white boy teach
I want to
again,
challenge that. Jesus is not real. Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. Okay. He's not real. I know I done hurt some. It's not real. I know I done hurt some feelings now. I know I done hurt some feelings now. What's wrong? I know I done hurt some feelings now. What's wrong? Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real.
We're inside of Bet Medan Alim Church. You will notice the angelical images of Ethiopians erased from the walls and columns of the church by Jesuit priests called the Society of Jesus.
Again, brothers and sisters, as I said before, that the original paintings that you see right here, over here, you see how, look up there closely, see how they're taken off. Now, even when we were in Kemet, you saw how in the back of Luxor things were taken off. But here you see the divinity. The divinity is the divine representation of the angelical realm. So long before the Jesuits came here and taking away African Ethiopians' divinity, that divinity was painted here. But one thing right here, here we see the original Yeshua that is referred to in the Greek name Jesus today, still right here today. This is one of the few left. Now, although you see the white Serapis Jesus, that the so-called donations taking place, so Ethiopians cannot see their own divinity. Now you see the Yeshua right here, one of the few that are remain. But see it right there? I got the light on it. See? Right here, that looks nothing like the Serapis one that you've seen. In fact, this one looks more like the Revelations. Hair like lamb's wool. Look at the hair. Feet like brass that are put in the oven. So here, the divine representation of divinity was shown by African people right here in these churches prior to the Europeans coming here and desecrating it, as you can clearly see how they were chiseled out. Look at the columns. See how the columns were chiseled out? And this is the only one of Yeshua that has remained here. Look over here, you can see the other areas that has been chiseled out. So of course now today we go to Rome to see, some of us, to see the Sistine Chapel that Michelangelo painted only with European or white representations of the angelical realm. But that representation of the divinity was always represented by African people who created their own divinity in the spiritual realm. So bring back the divinity and we'll have African unity. You can't have a unity in a people if they can't see their own divinity and their own spiritual representation. Keep in mind, what was the Justice Society of Jesus, the militia of Rome? What did they come here to do in the first place? They sent the militia, the Jesuits here to destroy
There is one holy book which is 820 years old here.
Okay, now this is the book that we talked about that's 820 years old. And this is the holy, what we would know as the Holy Bible in the Western world, or a holy book.
Yeah.
Now here you're saying that this one is 800 years
old.
830 years old.
Yeah.
This is long before the King James Version of the Bible.
Exactly. It's written
Here we see a holy
Ge'ez
Bible
language.
right here in Ethiopia, written in Ge'ez.
In Ge'ez, yeah, on goat skin, not on the paper.
And goat skin for it to be preserved.
Yeah.
Now this is a massive book.
Yeah. All these black colors are because of age, not because of water or moisture.
Right, yeah, 820 years old, you're going to show some age.
Because of age.
Now this is a hardcover. It's a very heavy book. The King James Version of the Bible, it says translated from the original tongues. The original tongues mean the people who spoke the first language.
Yeah.
So the original tongues would be right here in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Diligently compared and revised. So they say King James Version, it was diligently compared and revised, and we see this holy text here of 830-year-old book.
Yeah,
there was no King James yet.
Well, no
Right.
at all.
All these translations came from scrolls and ancient writings that came up out of Ethiopia, that came up out of Egypt, that already had sacred writings long before the Western world was even in existence. You know,
Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real. You want to challenge that? Jesus is not real.
I don't care.
Jesus never existed.
Let the white boy teach
You want to
again,
challenge
man.
that? Well, I'm telling you, my argument is he never existed. It's not real.